this community is through the activities and events that happen in our building and in the community beyond. And let me tell you about a few of these things. Next week, we'll have Andy Aldridge joining as a special guest preacher, as Reverend E will be heading out to professional days with the UUA General Assembly, where Mike Lammers and Ken Vernon will also be representing us as congregational development delegates, and along with Bob and McConnell Morris as our ministers emeritus. And we thank all of our delegates for their work keeping us connected. Okay, and then we also have a big thank you to Marcy and Abby and all of them and everybody else, especially that helped with last night's service auction, made it a wonderful evening. And then Marcy says there's still some silent auction items in the library, and there's also some sign-up sheets that you can still sign up for activities for.
And the silent auction items are ones that people bid on and won, but they didn't pick up last night. So they should have your name on them. So please make sure to pick them up in the library. You might have won an item. So also you should have received an electronic notification, but they are won. And we still have some sign-ups for some group activities in the social hall if you want to sign up. There's a few open spots.
Thank you, Marcy. And then if you haven't had a chance to sign up or do commit shelter dinner parties, or if you have and would like to offer the presents again, have a chat with Lori McGill, raise your hand, and about our next volunteering time. Okay, then moving on, we gather both in person and Zoom and as a congregation, and we gather our resources to sustain the work of this church and share our abundance with a community organization to broaden the reach of our values. And you can find the address on the Realm app for giving, and or in your order of service, or you can also share the plate. We'll pass the basket here in a moment. And our share the plate partner for this month is Meals on Wheels. And Meals on Wheels is a great organization. They prepare hundreds of meals a day and deliver them to people throughout the community. And it's also a time for check-in to make sure folks are doing okay and so on. So it's a great organization for us to support. Yeah.
People sometimes ask, is Pride a protest or a party? And the answer is, of course, yes.
And why not? Why not rejoice as we resist, dance as we demand change, celebrate as we create community that delights in all of who we are?
So bring all of that with you this morning. Bring your policy demands, bring your glitter, bring your Supreme Court broken heart, bring your rainbow socks, bring your emptiness that you feel, bring our siblings gone too soon.
Bring your Gloria Estefan remix. Bring your tender hope for change. Bring your most garish eyeshadow. Bring your spirit tattered and battered by a world that seems insistent on choosing fear and hate.
Gather up all of these things and bring them here to a place where we don't have to shoulder these burdens or celebrate these joys alone.
So come and let us worship together. And for our opening hymn, I invite you to open your gray hymnals, rising in body or in spirit, to join in singing hymn number 134, Our World is One World. And if you'd like to help lead in our hymns, you are welcome to join our impromptu hymn choir.
Is that me? We light this flame to ignite our hearts and minds, the spark of knowledge that enlightens, the shimmering hope that burns, the blazing love that engulfs our actions, the bonfire of our commitment.
We light this flame for those who celebrate themselves, who fear, who hope, who persevere, who stand on the side of love for all.
We light this flame for those who have been ridiculed, for those that they may find peace, for those who have failed to marry, that they may celebrate, for those who live in uncertainty in the world, that they may have hope.
We light this flame to renew our commitment that no one shall ever again suffer for the right to love.
We light this flame to celebrate our kaleidoscope of diversity, working, loving, and living on the side of love. For this, we light this flame.
If the young or the young at heart would like to join us on the chancel at this time, we invite you to share in the leadership of speaking our covenant in unison before time for all ages.
Just Chuck feeling in the heart. Gotcha. Oh, we've got some. All right. We got extra folks. It's so good to see you all today. And I know you know how this starts. It starts with love, as it always does. So love is the spirit of this church, and service its cause. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth, and to help others. All right. So, I think if we sit on the top step, we can still see over the table. Because today, we have extra stuff here. But our Time for All Ages is my favorite book. It is called Not Quite Narwhal, and it's by Jesse Seema. So, Not Quite Narwhal starts out with kelp. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. Here's baby kelp. He knew early on that he was different from other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. He had different tastes in food. And he wasn't a very good swimmer. You see his little air froze. But his friends didn't seem to mind. So Kelp decided he wouldn't either. Until he was swept away by a strong current. I wish I were a better swimmer, it says Kelp as he floats and tumbles away. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he had ever been before. And high up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like Kelp. So, Kelp swam toward the land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature who looked just like him. And when he finally reached the shore, well, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but land creatures made it look so easy. You think it's gonna be easy? So he tried imitating a crab. He said it wasn't easy. He tried imitating a frog. Ow. Eventually, with the help of this kind turtle, he got the hang of it. He got there. Everything on land was strange and beautiful. So kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find a creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals! Actually, we're unicorns. And by the looks of it, so are you. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns. And they introduced him to unicorn delicacies, like this delicious unicone. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was in fact a unicorn. He was having so much fun, he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. And Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon. And Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. But when he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Welcome home, Kelp! Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. Yeah, we all knew that. They took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home. But now that he had experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns, or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp just couldn't decide. But then he realized maybe, just maybe, maybe he didn't have to choose. And this last page is a whole narwhal unicorn party. They've got sea volleyball and rainbows and a turtle helping build the sandcastle. This is my favorite. They're roasting marshmallows on their unicorn horns over a campfire and playing guitar. And so that is our story for today. Sometimes you can just be unique and you and all the glitter fabulous rainbows. Sound like fun? All right. Ooh, you get a bonus page. Oh, my unicorn. Do you know what that is? Rhinoceros. It's a baby rhinoceros. And that is our story, not quite normal story of Kelton. Thank you for joining me for this time. And now, we go to our time of prayer. Gracious God. Gracious God, is it the glitter? Some people think it's the glitter that makes the Pride Parade like heaven, like pearly gates and streets of gold. Surely heaven must have as much glitter as a Pride Parade. There's definitely enough glitter there to make a person believe that the Pride Parade is like heaven. Hey, Chuck, you coming along on this one?
Some people, of course, do not think the Pride Parade is like heaven. After all, who would let these people in? Surely there's some kind of form to fill out. One must be given clearance and at least abide by the dress code. Speaking of, what is the dress code for heaven? What documentation is required?
Of course. This is the strongest argument that the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade. All are welcome. We don't get to decide who's in and who's out. Everybody's in. Everybody.
Or maybe it's the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade because it is a protest against bigotry, against hate, against fear, a protest against being someone you aren't, against the idea that only some of us are worthy, a protest against anything that does not lift up love.
Well, that's quite the parable, isn't it? The kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade, where all are welcome and love wins. We'll know it by the glitter and the love. Thanks be to God.
Blessed are the wanderers, seeking affirmation.
Blessed are the worshipers, praying from closets and pulpits and pews and hardship.
Blessed are the lovers of leaving family and familiarity, leaving tables where love is not being served.
Blessed are those who stay.
Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied.
Blessed are the queer disciples of truth, living, breathing, sacred reflections of divine love.
Blessed are all of us, all who are here in joy and blessing, all who come here with deep pain, with heartache and worry, with grief and lamenting. Blessed are you who find delight in this day, and blessed are you who cannot surface from the pain of this moment. Blessed is every single person in this room, every person in this world, every being that lives and moves across this planet, covering the surface of every habitat with diverse ways of living, powerful in their creativity. Blessed are you who return to the earth to nourish the cycle for those who come after. Blessed is the infinite complexity of our days. So now let us hold silence for a few moments to let the needs and the names of all who need our prayerful attention bubble up in our hearts and become part of this space. Good. Golden. Virginia Mount. And Aaron, who graduated. Blessed be, and amen. We'll take a few moments now in musical centering.
Well,
Some bright morning, when this life is over, I'll fly away to that home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, oh, I'll fly away. When the shadows of this life have gone, I'll fly away. Like a bird from these prison walls, I'll fly up. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, oh, I'll fly away. Oh, to a land where joys will never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, oh, I'll fly away. So here we are. Ray Cascow from Wyoming Equality was intended to come and be with us this morning. They are unfortunately stuck in the mud on a long driveway in a rural area. It has been quite the rainy season around here. And luckily, that gives me a perfect metaphor for where we're going with this service. Because, you know, sometimes mud is actual physical mud, and sometimes it's a big old muddy metaphor for the messes that happen in life. And there are those moments where you could go, I am stuck in mud. Those moments when you despair. But those are also the moments when it's just been raining, and perhaps there's a rainbow. The grass around you, just outside the mud puddle, is the greenest it will ever be. The worms have surfaced, and birds are landing to get a little bite of a treat. There are flowers growing, blooming in all their beauty. If you could only lift your head and see something beyond the muck and the stuck. And that's what we're here for today. Because glitter is for the gays, for pride, for all of the GLBTQIA, as we like to say, quilt bag, a wonderful rearranging of the many levels, or the alphabet mafia, whatever you like to call them. Glitter is definitely for the gay, the queer, the questioning, the bisexual, but it's also for everyone who needs a little sparkle in their life, who needs a reminder that beyond the mess, there is beauty, that life can glow, that you are fabulous, that every person here, every person on this planet is absolutely unique. Over 7 billion unique and irreplaceable, shining people. So Ray was going to tell us a little bit about queerness in community. And that's the core. Whether it comes from here, from guests, from Wyoming Equality, or ourselves, queerness just means being a little unique. And there are so many ways to be that. And so today, we're going to celebrate those. And we're going to celebrate the resistance that is inherent in love, the insistence on believing that people are worthy, that every one of you brings something good to this space. And that some of that glitter is resisting, is anger, is bringing our fierce selves into this space as well. Loving enough to be angry when people make it not enough to be loving, kind, caring, when people make choices that are not that. And so, just before we move along into our glitter blessing, I invite you to rise in body or in spirit to join me in singing hymn number 170, We Are a Gentle, Angry People. Holly Near said in 2017, I wrote this song when Harvey Milk and George Moscone were assassinated. We originally sang We Are Gay and Lesbian together, but then we were surrounded by the support of allies. So I changed it to We Are Gay and Straight together. And now we are learning more and more about gender and sexuality. And it now requires many more syllables than I can fit into the song. So Holly said, let us now sing We Are All in This Together. So we'll sing verses 1 and 2 as written in our hymnal. And then we'll use Holly's amended lyrics, We Are All in This Together, as our third and final verse. We do that? All right.
We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing for our lives. We are all in this together, and we are singing for our lives. We are all in this together, and we are singing for our lives.
Thank you. And now, before we begin our glitter blessing, I do want to tell you a little bit about why I've chosen blue lipstick specifically for today. I don't always wear lipstick in the pulpit. I often don't wear blue lipstick in the pulpit. And yet, see, several years ago, when I was still in my ministerial internship, a friend of mine got on text message and went, I don't know what to do. You see, they were also in an internship around the same time. And they wanted to know, their internship committee had come to them and said, you're a fabulous minister. Your social justice ministry, completely on point. I don't know that they used that slang. They were older folks. Your social justice ministry is very good. But they said, social justice, wonderful. your preaching is fabulous. Your pastoral care is tender and thoughtful. But there's this one thing, and it's not even in the 7 competencies we're supposed to evaluate for. So we've added an addendum to your file because your hair is often blue or purple or green or gold. And we just think maybe you don't take ministry seriously. You can't wear blue eyeshadow or blue lipstick in the pulpit. It isn't respectful. It isn't ministerial. It's just not professional, they said. And my friend said, let me think about that. And called me and a few other folks and said, I have this problem. You see, for them, blue lipstick isn't just fun fashion. It's part of the core of how they have figured out how to walk a line of gender presentation and aesthetic as a non-binary person that makes them feel at home in a body that does not inherently feel good to them all the time. And so they said, I don't know. If blue lipstick isn't ministerial, I don't know if I can be a minister. Maybe this faith isn't ready for me. Maybe this movement isn't mine. Maybe it's the people. Maybe it's Unitarian Universalism, but I don't know. And I listened to this pain. And I said, I cannot imagine that Unitarian Universalism has a secret 8th or 9th principle somewhere in there that says, but there's no blue lipstick in these pulpits. We believe in the inherent worth and dignity of all people. We believe in seeking for truth and meaning. We believe in compassion and justice and equity. We believe in the beauty of one another's diversity. And so we breathed, we talked. They decided that maybe another conversation with that internship committee and their senior minister was worth having. And now they're a wonderful minister in one of our DC area pulpits. And the faith is better for it. But in the meantime, we decided that if blue lipstick was hard for people, we should just put blue lipstick on the national stage. And so, starting that year, on Saturday of General Assembly, we decided to have Blue Lipstick Saturday as a rejection of the idea that professionalism only looks a certain way. And that first year, there were maybe 8, 10 people wearing blue lipstick. But then people started asking, there are a lot of you wearing blue lipstick. Why? And it spread. And now people come to General Assembly with blue nail polish, with blue eyeshadow, with blue lipstick ready to go. There are delightful conversation threads. Hey, who has blue lipstick variations to recommend? Hey, if I don't like lipstick, are there maybe blue glitter chapsticks or lip balms that I could use instead? What about eyeshadow? Holographic glitter? I have some extra. Does anyone need a couple colors? And this is the thing. We've transformed what was a painful and somewhat humiliating experience for an intern of low power in a system being reprimanded by a committee into joy. It's an expression of our shared fabulousness, being willing to be in solidarity with each other and having fun with it. And this is how we save one another. Here in this life, we lift each other up. Whatever happens in the next life will happen. But here, we have a chance to be one another's helpers, to bring joy where there was pain, to bring resistance to the silly bits, that resistance to change that sometimes holds us in assumptions that we just don't need. So instead, we're bringing the sparkle. So today we are offering a glitter blessing. And I'd like to invite our glitterific helpers to help out here. Today we offer a glitter blessing as a recognition of the sacred beauty inherent in every person. For glitter has long been a symbol of the LGBTQ movement, of gritty, sparkly hope in the face of prejudice or oppression, of joy and pride in the face of hatred and bigotry.
Glitter is resilient and tenacious. The briefest beam of sunlight causes it to shine out, even in the dustiest and dreariest of spaces, and its beauty comes from its brokenness. Glitter sparkles because it is many different broken pieces coming together, changing in every moment as the light changes. This glitter that we share with each other today is a reminder that each of us is beautiful in our sacred imperfection, our ever-changing selves, our glorious plurality.
So, a couple notes. Honoring our sacred pluralism and the ways that we are different and unique, we're aware that you may wish to interact with glitter in different ways. We have glitter that's suspended in an aloe vera gel, glitter of several different colors, large glitter, small glitter. We have a glitter in oil of frankincense and myrrh sent to us by a Christian queer ministry from the Holy Lands. Yeah, we've got many options. So just let folks know what works for you. If you would like a forehead blessing, if you'd like a blessing for your cheeks to smile, or your hands to do good and glitter fabulous work, let us know. These are going to be personalized blessings as we have our lay and ordained religious leaders and friends positioned around the congregation. If it's hard for you to get up and stand in a line, just wave a hand and someone will come to you. And for those on Zoom, we welcome your glittering connection across the electricity of the internet. And we invite you to offer text blessings to one another in the chat bar in these next few minutes. So let us go forth. You can find Lauren or Mike or Chuck or myself to help offer to you a glitter blessing.
I know, right?
You may want a different color than green. Green's fine. It's the dog.
I imagine that you had bought Hello and had learned, but I see that you're creative. I think that'll be enough. Yeah. That's all right. Thank you so much, Lauren. Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, here she wants You're good.
I said, are you ready to shine?
Have some of the greens.
Many blessings to one and all. We thank you for being a part of this glitter blessing. We hope that the shine of this glitter will make your life sparkle, make your afternoon shine. And now, as we come to the closing time in our worship service, if you'd like to rise in body or in spirit, we're going to close singing our hymn number 1014. As I've mentioned before, the composer has updated it to Answering the Call of Love. You are welcome to make that change in your hymnal or sing the original words, and we will just be a community of pluralism about it. Now we'll just have glitter in the hymnals. It'll be all right.
Please remain standing as we extinguish our chalice flame and speak together the words that are in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry with our hearts until we are together again.
So I invite you to pause for just a moment as we come to the close of this service and look around. The beautiful, shining faces, sparkling. The amazing thing that is all of our blessed bodies gathered in this sanctuary together. Every person here is a sacred being. You are made of stardust, and today you shine extra brightly on the outside as well as from within. So may you receive and reflect love wherever you go, wherever you are bound, until we are together again. Blessed be.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.